Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday, October 22nd, 2014. We are here for 2014 Topps Update Baseball. You can go ahead and refresh your screens. I'll go ahead and do the same so I can follow along live with you at home. Like I said, we're here for 2014 Topps Update Baseball. One auto or relic per box. Don't forget to check out the website. We got the 2014 Bowman case break. We're down to 17 on that one, but better yet, we are only 6 spots away from breaking the 2014 NFL 8-box Mega Mixer. That's Inception, Bowman, Prestige, Topps Jumbo, Hot Rookies, Rookies and Stars, SPX, and Certified. So check that out. It'll probably be going on Friday. So, all right, I'm going to click refresh and play and make sure we've got the live feed up and going. And looks like it's loading, trying to load, and there we are. We're live. All right, 2014 Topps Update Baseball. Here is the spreadsheet. We got Emilio A, John C, Donnie R, Cooper R, Mark W, Anthony F, Jeff K, Mark W, John C, Brandon L, Jeff K, Christopher K, and Brandon L. Did I get, hold on one second, make sure I got this correct. All right, oops, I hit the wrong button there. There we go. Back to the spreadsheet. Sorry about that. Emilio A all the way down to Brandon L. We're going to cut those names out of here, and this is where we do the jumble up, the mix of people with the teams. So I cut the names out of there, all 30 people, or 30 participants. Now I'm going to screen share out the random.org. And what we do from there is I paste the names in there, and that's Brandon L all the way up to Emilio A. And I'm going to randomize those names 7 times. We're going to copy those names out and match them up with the spreadsheet. So here we go, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, John C, all the way up to Christopher K. We're going to copy those names, and now I'm going to screen share back out to the spreadsheet. We're going to match the names with the teams. So, all right, here's our update spreadsheet. I'm going to paste the names in there. I'm going to blow this up so everybody can see at home. And there we go. All right. Christopher, you got the Angels. Emilio with the A's and the Astros. Donnie R with the Blue Jays. Mark W, Braves. John C, Brewers. Emilio, Cardinals, Cubs. Jeff K, Diamondbacks. Emilio, Dodgers. John C, Giants. Jeff K, Indians. Brandon L, Mariners. Donnie R, Marlins. Anthony F, Mets. Brandon L, Nationals. Emilio A, Orioles. Jeff K, Padres. Emilio, Phillies. Brandon, Pirates. Mark, Rangers. Donnie, Rays. Jeff, Red Sox. Mark, Reds. Emilio, Rockies. Cooper, Royals. Christopher K with my Tigers. John C, Twins. Brandon L, White Sox. And John C, Yankees. So I'm going to leave that up there and let everybody look it over. Any questions, let me know. If I go too fast during the break, just know that we ship everything. Everything gets shipped. So what you hear is what will go out. I'll get everything sorted and out tonight, or out in the mail tomorrow anyway. So check that out. While you're looking at that, I'll finish going over the website. We got the 2014 Topps Stadium Club Baseball Random Team Hobby 2-box break. So that's 2 boxes. $11.50 for 2 teams. So check that out. We also threw out some teams. No Royals, no Twins, no Padres, and no Nationals. So no hits in them. So we're not going to sell spots without hits. Check that out. $11.50 for 2 teams. 2003, 2004 Upper Deck SPX basketball. That's a retro break, and that's LeBron, Melo, Wade, Bosch rookie cards, $17 a spot. And the 2013 Upper Deck SPX football random team mixer and box, our break number 2. That's $11.50 for 2 spots in that one, and it's getting pretty low too. So 10 spots left in that one. We break as they sell out. We break the same evening they sell out. Got another card show coming this weekend, so we'll try and put together a nice little some new nice product on the website. So I'm going to swap out to the live view. Once we get to the live view, I'm going to go ahead and break that. Sorry about that. Had to get a water. Before we get started, I'm going to let you know that BCW Supplies is the official box break sponsor for B&M Sports Cards. You can use coupon code BMB at bcwsupplies.com to save 10% off all of your card supplies. So go check that out. The guys at BCW are really nice and helpful. You have a question, give them a call. They can answer pretty much anything. Don't forget to use the coupon code. Every little bit helps, so 10% off. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for this break here. And as you can see, this is box number 1. We have other boxes. I don't know if I'm going to list another one. And this is one auto and 1 relic per box. I'm going to go ahead and pan down on that. All right. Let me pull up the spreadsheet so I can follow along at home. I like to name the hits or call the hits off. So click save on my spreadsheet. Just want to lose it. All right, good luck, everyone. Here we go. 2014 Topps update. 1 auto or relic per box. Lots of packs. Hopefully we get something really nice. Okay, I think tomorrow I'm going to list Topps Baylor football, so you football fans, pay attention for that. All right, here we go. Pack number 1. I'm actually going to back this up a little bit. Pack number 1. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Mike Dunn. Paul Mayholm. Soria. We have a Batista. Power players. Singleton. Brian McCann. Chris Young. Eric Ibar, Troy Tulowitzki, and Daniel Murphy. And Jesse Chavez, Logan Schaefer, Derek Dietrich, Troy Patton, a Power Players Kershaw, red foil, Troy Patton, a Tanaka, and the Yankees, that is going out to John C., Zach Greinke, Adam Wainwright, and Charlie Furbush. So, all right, 1 hit per. I assume we're going to get some serial numbers. Hopefully, Topps. Brock Holt, Adam Eaton, Ryan Dumit, Chase Headley, Reed Brignac, George Springer, Jason Bartlett, Kyle Parker, Jacob DeGrom. There's your Rookie of the Year in the National League. That's going out to Anthony F. George Springer. Moving right along. Colin Cowgill, Colin McHugh, Tyler Colvin, a Josh Colementer, Kevin Franzen, Nationals. And that is a serial number. Nationals is going out to Brandon L. Drew Pomeranz, Marcus Stroman, Brantley, Chase Utley, and Carlos Gomez. This is our first box of updates, so I don't even know what the photo variations are, so everybody have to look at their own, but check those out. Those are always fun. Pat Neshek, Rajay Davis, Drew Stubbs, Chris Young, Andrew Romine. We have a James Jones, and that's a Mariner. Mariners are going out to Brandon L. So Brandon L with another serial number. DNR Navarro, Yasiel Puig, Nelson Cruz, and Sean Doolittle. Brandon L likes coming in with that last second mojo, or the last spot mojo. Uh-oh, here we go, and it's a decent one. This one's, oh, wow, we got a nice pack here. Here's a McCutchen black border. Pirates, that's going out to Brandon L again. So Brandon L with that last spot mojo, that's 34 of 63. 34 of 63. And then next up, we have, look at this, Own the Game, Yordano Ventura, Royals. And this is a 1 of 1. So what a hit that is. Royals, that is going out to Cooper R. Cooper R with the 1 of 1. Yordano Ventura owned the game. So congratulations, Cooper R. Nice card. 1 of 1. Very nice. Would have been nicer if he had autographed it, but we can't complain about a 1 of 1. So Cooper R. puts a halt to Brandon L's hit streak. What up with that? 3 serial numbers and a 1 of 1. So Topps has not let us down. And you know me, well, for those of you who do know me, I can't end a box run on this, so there will be a Topps update too. Ryan Kalish, Jordan Schaefer, Tyler Skaggs, Jared Cosart, a red foil, Cesar Ramos, Alexi Amarista, Luis Avalon, Steve Lombardozzi, Ronis Elias, and Esribo Aerobuena. Nice. So yeah, that's still nice. A 1 of 1. Holy cow. Congratulations, Cooper R. First time breaker with us. Cooper R with the nice Yordano Ventura. Medina Casilla. Boone Logan. Brian Holiday. Asdrubal Cabrera. Steve Lombardozzi. And that is a Oriole. Orioles going out to Emilio A with the serial number. Fond farewells, Willie Stargell, Bradley Jr., Kiermaier, and Cam Bedrosian. 1 of 1. Nice. Don't see those all the time. David Ross, Vance Worley, Mookie Betts, Brandon Compton. We have a Brandon Moss, and this is the gold border, and he is an A. A's are going out to Emilio A. We have a Reggie Jackson insert, Yankees. Chris Withrow, Miguel Cabrera, Jose Abreu, and Chris Sale. White Sox, that's going out to Brandon L. also. Stephen Voigt, J.D. Martinez, Scott Van Slyke, Eduardo Nunez, Justin Masterson, George Springer, John Lackey, Todd Frazier, Kyle Blanks, and Julio Teheran. These are the way. And all of our hits are shipped out in BCW Supplies Protectors. So Cooper R, you don't have to worry. Your 1 of 1 will come well protected in a BCW Supplies thick top loader. Aaron Crow, Tony Gwynn Jr., Cesar Ramos, Joe Kelly. We got a Kyle Parker, gold border, Rockies. That is Emilio A. So Emilio A, he's collecting up the serial numbers. Ricky Henderson, Albert Pujols, Jace Peterson, Jonathan Diaz, and Jorge Polanco. Dustin Ackley, Doug Fister, Eric Chavez, Jake Marcinek, Nick Castellanos, the future is now, Luis Gonzalez, Shin Soo Choo, Yangervis Solarte, Daniel Webb, and Chase Anderson. Delman Young, Roger Bernardina, Arismendi Alcantara, Chapman with the Reds gold border. Reds, that's going out to Mark W. We have another relic. So it's a hot box. Not only was it a 1 of 1, but we have a hot box. So Chris Sale of the White Sox relic. White Sox, that's going out to Brandon L. Brandon L cannot have a bad break with us, I swear. The guy is the luckiest breaker with B&M Sports Card there is. Holy cow. Chris Sale going out to Brandon L. Kurt Suzuki, Yu Darvish, and Aramis Ramirez. It's that last spot mojo. He says it every time. Last spot mojo. All right. Derek Barton, Jaquin Arias, Logan Forsythe, Josh Timlin, Cespedes, Cano, Gold border Mariners. Brandon L with a serial number. Fond Farewell Molitor. Mookie Betts. Danny Santana. And Ihaza. Randy Wolf. Francisco Rodriguez. Omar Quintana. Chris Capuano. Jair Jurgens. Juan Perez. Giants. Gold border. Giants. It's going out to John C. Ramon Santiago. Cespedes. Kurt Suzuki. And Starlin Castro. So we got 2 relics out of this box, one of which being a 1 of 1. That is so nice. Luke Gregerson, Benoit Mauer, Mike Adams, Chris Coughlin. We have a camo border, Mike Boltzinger, and this is the 99. So the Diamondbacks, it's going out to Jeff K. Jeff K, a longtime breaker with us, gets the camo bordered Boltzinger. Congratulations, Jeff. Houston Street. Tyson Ross, Robbie Ross Jr., and Adrian Nieto. So we're spreading the wealth around today. Keep in mind, guys, let's get that 8-box mixer going. That's 8 hobby boxes. Cannot wait. I think we're down to 6 spots. Eduardo Escobar, Nick Punto, Chris Denafria, Kenrys Morales, Desmond Jennings. Insert. We have the top 75 buyback of Joe Wallace and A's. That's going to Emilio A. So Emilio with the buyback. Marcus Stroman, Clayton Kershaw, Tommy LaStella, and CJ Cron. Cole Gillespie, Jake Odorizzi, Jerome Williams, Jason Hamill, Jeff Baker, Hanley Ramirez, the Red Sparkle, Joe Kelly, Oscar Tavares, Rougned Odor, and Robbie Ray. All right, lots of cards in the Topps box. Chad Qualls, Niger Morgan, Michael Holt, Edward Mujica, Zealous Wheeler, a gold border, Jonathan Lucroy, Brewers going out to John C. Rod Carew, Matt Shoemaker, Scott Harrison, and Mike Trout. Jimenez, Mark Trumbo, Corey Dickerson, Kelly Johnson, a Polanco, Future is Now, Hector Rondon, Jake McGee, Chapman, D. Gordon, and John Lester. Quite a bit of serial numbers in this box. Holy cow. Bonifacio, Boltzinger, Johnny Gomes. Future is Now, Adam, our power player, sorry, Adam Jones. Red Foil, Reed Brignac, Phillies. That's going up to Emilio A. Justin Grimm, Tom Kohler, Matt Davidson, Oscar Tavares, and Brandon Moss. Bronson Arroyo, Jason Giambi, Mark Reynolds, Rain Rivera, Nick Tepesh, gold border, Chris Martin. He's a Rocky. Rockies are going out to Emilio A. Fond Farewells, Rivera, Mark Ellis, Greg Holland, and Paul Goldschmidt. Andrew Brown, Clint Barnes, Juan Francisco, David Lowe, Michael Waka, Drew Smiley, Gregory Polanco, Freddie Freeman, Hunter Pence, and Pat Neshek. So we're winding down. What are we down to? 8 packs? No, more than that. 10 packs. Johnny Peralta, Reed Johnson, Chris Taylor, A.J. Pierzynski, a gold border, Jared Burton. He's a twin going up to John C. Hank Aaron, Gerald Laird, Vidal Nuno, Tony Sanchez, and John Singleton. Jose Molina, Tyler Pastornicki, Tommy Hunter, Javier Lopez, Kyle Crockett, Mike Trout, gold border. Those are always nice. The Angels, it's going out to Christopher K. So Christopher K, I'm sure he'll be happy with that. He's going to want some more, but it's not too bad. Congrats, Chris K. Gregory Polanco, Anthony Rizzo, Robinson Chirinos, and Derek Norris. Garrett Jones, Josh Satin, Will Nieves, David Buchanan, Marwin Gonzalez, Chris Capiano, John Lackey, Jose Abreu, Josh Donaldson, and Nick Martinez. Mark Krause, Ian Kroll, David Murphy, Austin Jackson, Power Players Cano, Mookie Betts, George Springer, Kyle Seager, Glenn Perkins, and Devin Marasco. Matt Thornton, Jesus Guzman, Seth Smith, Jake Peavy, gold border, Aramis Ramirez, going to the Brewers, John C. Sixto Lezcano, jeez, with the Brewers. Brewers, that's going out to John C. Sixto Lezcano, unbelievable. LaTroy Hawkins, Andrew Haney, Steven Romero, and Neftali Soto. All right, now down to one pile here. Lyle Overbay, David Freese, Jonathan Herrera, Martin Prado, Aaron Sanchez, Power Players, Adrian Gonzalez, John Singleton, Brendan Ryan, Kevin Franson, and Alexi Ramirez. So I think we've hit our limit on hits, unless they're going to be real generous, but we've already got a hot box. Jeff Francis, Jabba Chamberlain, Pedro Siriaco, Tucker Barnhart. Here's a DeGrom gold border. Mets Anthony F. with the Rookie of the Year gold border. Jacoby Ellisberry, Alan Craig, Scott Kazmir, Andrew Cutchin, and Charlie Blackmon. Bobby Abreu. Wow, Bobby Abreu. Why is he in this again? Huh. Rookie fat. Why is this in here, I wonder? Bobby Abreu going to the Mets. Anthony F. Josh Harrison. Steve Tolson. Cole Figueroa. Red border. Cole Mentor. Eddie Butler. John Singleton. Craig Kimbrell. Tony Watson. And Felix Hernandez. So I don't know why I put that in there. Leary Garcia, Grady Sizemore, Brandon McCarthy, Chris Dickerson, gold border, Castro, going to the Cubs, which is Emilio A. David Ortiz, Miguel Cabrera, Stanton, Belisario, and John Baker. So 4 packs to go. Raul Ibanez, Dylan Betances, Ricky Nolasco, Tom Watson, Ruby Red, Marcinick, Sean Figgins, Randy Choate, Adrian Beltre, Adam Jones, and Derek Jeter. So that's potentially Jeter's last card for Topps, maybe. Going out to John C. David Phelps, Ike Davis, Tom Wilhelmson, Brandon Barnes, John Lester, a gold border, CJ Cron, going to the Angels, which is Christopher K. Mark McGuire, Tuffy Gausawish, Chris Martin, and Brandon Geyer. 2 packs to go. Tony Cruz, Tom Gorzolani, Justin Morneau, Antonio Bastardo, Jeff Samardzija, Oscar Taveras, DeGrom, Montero, Nate McLuth, and James Jones. So last pack, here we go. Be nice if it matched that 1 of 1, but the chances are slim to none. All right, here we go. Last pack. Brian Pena, Gavin Floyd, Hector Santiago, Joe Smith, Nick Hundley. We got a gold border Max Scherzer going out to Christopher K. Yu Darvish, Luis Sardinas, Robbie De La Rosa, and Robinson Cano. So, all right, guys, let's recap these hits. I will get all these sorted and in the mail, so they'll be in the mail tomorrow. We'll start with the Max Scherzer gold border. Tigers, Christopher K. CJ Cron, gold border. Angels, Christopher K. Starlin Castro, gold border. Cubs, Emilio A. Jacob DeGrom, Mets, Anthony F. Sixto Lezcano, buyback. That's a Brewer going up to John C. Aramis Ramirez, Brewer, John C. Mike Trout, Angels, Christopher K. Jared Burton, Twins are John C. Chris Martin, Rockies, gold border, Emilio A. Luke Croy, gold border, Brewers, John C. Joe Wallace, buyback, A's, Emilio A. Mike Boltzinger, that's the camo to 99. Boltzinger's a Diamondback going to Jeff K. Juan Perez, gold border Giant, John C. Robinson Cano, gold border Mariner. Brandon L. We have a relic of All-Star Stitches. Chris Sale, White Sox going to Brandon L. Chapman, gold border Reds, Mark W. Kyle Parker, Colorado Rockies, gold border Emilio A. Brandon Moss, A's, gold border Emilio A. Steve Lombardozzi, gold border Emilio A. And here it is, the gem of the box is the Own the Game 1 of 1 Yordano Ventura, and that is a 1 of 1, folks. And there it is, and it is. Congratulations, you received a letter patch from a jersey nameplate of Ventura. Own the name. And the Royals, that is going out to Cooper R. Next up, Andrew McCutchen, a black border, and that's to 63. Pirates, Brandon L. James Jones, Mariners, gold border, Brandon L. And Washington Nationals, Kevin Franzen, Brandon L. So congratulations, everybody, especially Cooper R. We will get these sorted in the mail tonight. I want to thank everybody for being part of our breaks, and you know I can't quit on Topps Update after pulling a 101. So expect to see box 2 relisted, and we hope to see you guys soon. Take it easy.